Welcome to the T-Level Science Bitesize Recording. Join us where we will delve into the essential aspects of extended response questions, or ERQs, and quality of written communication in T-Level Science exams. Get ready to explore top tips for effectively answering ERQs, understand the Chief Examiner's feedback, and discover strategies for success. So just a reminder that all information provided is correct as of April 24 and may not reflect future changes to guidance documents. Please always review the most up-to-date guidance. So to begin, understanding ERQs. So ERQs are not mere questions, they are gateways to deeper understanding and critical thinking. We'll explore the purpose and types of ERQs, preparing you to tackle them with confidence. To succeed in ERQs, it is vital to understand the assessment objectives and the role of QWC, or quality of written communication. We'll dissect these components and unveil their significance in achieving top marks. Answering ERQs effectively requires more than just knowledge. It demands strategic thinking and effective communication. We'll share top tips and techniques to help you navigate ERQs with ease and precision. We're going to also explore application of marking criteria. How does the marking criteria provide a framework for assessing key ERQ responses? We'll also explore key takeaways from the Chief Examiner reports. So ever wondered what the Chief Examiner looks for in your ERQ responses? We'll unravel the marking criteria and outline the Chief Examiner's key takeaways. And finally, practical application. So theory meets practice as we explore example ERQs together. Through real-world scenarios, you'll have the opportunity to explore how students apply their knowledge and hone their ERQ skills. So to begin with, navigating and understanding extended response questions, or ERQs, in T-level exams. These questions are not just about recalling facts, they require a deeper level of understanding. Let's decode their purpose and explore the various types encountered in T-level exams. So extended response questions are a crucial aspect of T-level exams. These questions are not merely about recalling facts, they're designed to assess students' ability to think critically and deeply about the subject matter. ERQs serve a specific purpose. They go beyond rote memorization and challenge students to analyse, evaluate and summarise information. By doing so, they assess students' higher order thinking skills, which are essential for success in further education and the workplace. There are various types of ERQs students might encounter. They may align to one specific or multiple depending on the commanding words. Analytical ERQs will present students with scenarios or case studies, prompting students to provide reasoned arguments or solutions. Evaluative ERQs will require students to weigh different perspectives or theories within the subject area and justify their opinions. Applicative ERQs will assess students to apply their knowledge to real-world situations and explore the potential implications or outcomes. Comparative ERQs will task students with comparing and contrasting different theories, methodologies, or approaches. And finally, significance ERQs will prompt students to discuss the significance or relevance of certain concepts or ideas within the subject. So in summary, mastering ERQs is not just about knowing the content, it's about being able to think critically, analyse information effectively, and communicate students' understanding clearly. In exams, assessment objectives guide the assessment process, progressing from foundational knowledge to higher order thinking skills. Let's delve into each AO to understand their significance in evaluating students' understanding of science concepts. In exams, assessment objectives guide the assessment process, progressing from foundational knowledge to higher evaluative knowledge. In regards to assessment objective 1, or AO1, this objective focuses on acquiring and demonstrating that foundational knowledge in science. Students are expected to grasp key concepts, theories and principles within the field. With the AO2, here students are required to apply their knowledge to different situations and contexts within science. This involves practical application of theoretical concepts to real-world scenarios. The highest level of assessment, AO3, emphasises critical thinking and evaluation. Students analyse information, draw conclusions, and make informed judgments about science issues, demonstrating their ability to address individual needs effectively. Understanding these assessment objectives helps students prepare effectively, progressing from understanding foundational knowledge to applying and then to critically evaluating concepts within science context. Paper A and Paper B have distinct marks allocations for assessment objectives and quality of written communication. So as you can see here, from Paper A, AO1 has 28 marks or 28%, to AO3, which has 32 marks or 32%, with AO2 having the highest percentage. So that's a total marks of 112 marks, which is approximately 52.8%. And the quality of written communication is worth 12 marks. For paper B, again, the AO2 has the highest percentage weighting of 44 marks or 40%, with AO1 and AO3 33 marks respectively, or 30%. So that's total marks of 119 marks, with approximately 51% coming from that. And again, quality of written communication is 12 marks. The combined total marks for paper B for both papers is 231 marks. Quality of written communication contributes 21 marks in total. Understanding this breakdown helps students effectively allocate their time and effort across different components of the examination. Let's explore these further. So quality of written communication is assessed based on several criteria. So let's examine the marking descriptors. So your highest mark is 3, which this indicates that the answer is clearly expressed and well structured. Grammar rules are used effectively with a wide range of appropriate technical terms utilised. In the middle mark, so mark 2, in this case, the answer is generally clear and sufficiently structured. There is a good level of control over grammar and technical terms are used effectively, albeit within a slight narrower range. With mark 1, here the answer lacks some clarity and may be poorly structured. Grammar rules are somewhat controlled and technical terms are used, though the range may be limited. And finally, 0 marks can be awarded for quality of written communication. This mark signifies that either no answer is provided or the material presented is not credit-worthy. Alternatively, the answer may be fragmented, unstructured, and contain inappropriate use of technical terms with severe errors in grammar hindering overall meaning. So to summarise quality of written communication and how it plays a vital role in assessing how effectively ideas are communicated, we have some key aspects. Quality of written communication evaluates clarity, coherence, and the effective expression of understanding. It ensures that responses are comprehensible and well presented. Key components of QWC includes clarity, structure, grammar, and appropriate use of technical terms. Clear and concise expression, logical organisation, accurate grammar, and relevant terminology all contribute to effective communication. The QWC is assessed on a scale from 0 to 3, as we just seen, with descriptors evaluating clarity, grammar usage, structure, and technical term appropriateness. These descriptors provide guidance on the level of effectiveness in written communication. And finally, a high QWC mark significantly enhances the overall quality of the response. It improves readability, coherence, and credibility, thus positively influencing the examiner's assessment of the answer. So now let's explore an example and how ERQs are broken down. So we're just going to explore a sample of version 1.1 of paper B and have a look how ERQs contribute. They are in both paper A and paper B. So, but as I said, today we're just going to explore in relation to paper B. So the breakdown of the marks are as follows. Quality of written communication is allocated 9 marks, comprising 100% of the QWC assessment. AO1 accounts for 10 marks, representing approximately 30% of the total marks for AO1. AO2 carries 10 marks, making approximately 22% of the total marks for AO2. And AO3 is also worth 10 marks, again comprising approximately 30% of the total marks for AO3. So in total, paper B ERQs offer 39 marks out of the 119. So that's equating to approximately 32% of the total marks available. Understanding this breakdown can help students allocate their time and effort effectively across different components of the exam. So just to summarise, understanding AOs is crucial for success in exams. AOs progress from foundational knowledge to higher order thinking skills, assessing various aspects of students' understanding. QWC plays a vital role in effectively conveying ideas. It is assessed based on clarity, structure, grammar, and technical term usage, impacting overall performance significantly. ERQs require students to demonstrate their understanding across AOs and QWC. Understanding the breakdown of marks aids in effective exam preparation and time allocation, ensuring students can effectively manage their exam strategy. So mastering ERQs requires more than just knowing the content. It is about effectively communicating students' understanding. Here are some top tips, including QWC. Firstly, understanding the question is key. Take time to dissect the question, identify key terms, and understand what's being asked. Next, plan a response before diving into writing. Outline main points and the structure of the answer to ensure clarity and coherence. When it comes to QWC, clarity is paramount. Use clear and concise language and structure the response with an introduction, main body, and conclusion. Support points with evidence and examples, whether it's theories, case studies, or real-world examples. Backing up arguments strengthens the response. Engage in critical thinking and analysis. Evaluate different perspectives, theories, or implications of the points to demonstrate depth of understanding. And lastly, review and edit. Check for clarity, coherence, and relevance, and edit for grammar, spelling, and punctuation errors. Taking the time to refine the answer can significantly enhance its quality.
Let's go through the structure of an extended response question in order to support in effectively answering extended response questions. This is an example question from a sample paper. When writing extended response questions, the following approach is taken. Number 1, start with the specification points to be covered. These will form the AO1 points in the indicative content. The application of these will form the basis of the AO2 points. These are often referred to in the question as shown by the arrow. Number 2, the STEM will have information in the form of a scenario, data, diagram, or table for the students to link or apply their AO1 knowledge. In this question, students will refer to the shape of the graph and link this to collision theory and how temperature affects the rate of respiration. Students may also link this to how temperature affects enzyme action within a living organism. Number 3, there is then often a statement or a conclusion given to allow the students to cover the AO3 skills required, for example, analysis or evaluation. In this question, the results of a follow-up investigation are stated. The students will need to link these results to the AO1 and AO2 points they've already provided. For evaluate questions, we look for a balanced argument, so students are expected to give both positives and negatives and a conclusion. Number 4, just a point to note, the question is now more likely to have a structure similar to, using your knowledge of respiration, enzymes and collision theory, analyse the information required to explain the results. Your response should include reason, judgments and conclusions. This is rather than extra bullets or scaffolding as shown here. If a student understands the way extended response questions are generally structured, then they're more likely to understand the detail required in their response. For example, an AO1 point might focus on enzymes working at an optimum temperature and denaturing above this, or reference to the active site, or the AO1 point might state that for a reaction to occur there must be a collision. The AO2 point might refer to figure 13 and how the optimum temperature for enzymes in brewer's yeast appears to be around 40 degrees Celsius, as this is when the rate of reaction is highest. Finally, the AO3 point might link to the information above the results from the second investigation by saying since the temperature was raised to 60 degrees Celsius, this would denature the enzymes, changing the shape of the active site and therefore preventing any further reactions from taking place. This would explain the lack of bubbles being produced. The best responses from students clearly link AO1 to AO2 to AO3. They have the level of detail shown in the example and clearly demonstrate how the specification content links to the scenario in the STEM. Extended response questions are not marked point by point, but as a general rule, if a student makes 2 or 3 well-linked paragraphs like the example above, they are likely to be placed in the highest band for a 9 plus 3 QWC mark question. If a student links points as shown, then they are also likely to achieve the QWC marks as well as the content marks. Understanding how the marking criteria is applied may help students to structure their answers. Marking guidance for ERQs can be found on pages 2 and 3 of all core paper mark schemes. ERQ mark schemes consist of a marking grid with a band-based descriptors along with indicative content. A response should be marked holistically, but you might first identify any points that are creditworthy by using the indicative content. Indicative content is reflective of a response that may be given by a student and is closely aligned with the specification. The AO2 and AO3 points often link together and then further link to a couple of AO1 points. Points that are technically correct and relevant to the scenario but are not a direct match to the points in the indicative content can be credited. For example, a student may refer to the fact that enzymes begin to denature at temperatures above their optimum in their response to this question. This would be relevant and technically accurate, therefore credited. The response should be marked holistically. Read the student response as a whole and decide which band the AO1 technical content identified fits into. Do the same for AO2 and AO3 content. A best fit approach is then applied. For example, the highlighted boxes show that a response covers AO1 content which is accurate and detailed, but AO2 and AO3 content that is mostly effective and relevant. In this situation, the response will be put into band 2, as this is where most of the response is being placed, but award a higher mark within the band to reflect the AO1 content reaching band 3. This is likely to achieve 6 marks so far. All responses are marked for the benefit of the student wherever possible. Finally, it will be decided where in the grid the quality of written communication should be placed. In much the same way as before, read the answer as a whole first, decide on a mark, then add this mark to the 6 marks awarded in the previous slide.
So now let's explore some key takeaways from the Chief Examiner on ERQs. Beginning with understanding of concepts. So ERQs require students to demonstrate a thorough understanding of key concepts, theories and principles relevant to the question. It's essential to showcase a solid foundation of knowledge in the subject matter. Students are expected to showcase their critical thinking skills by analysing information, evaluating different perspectives or arguments, and demonstrating a logical approach to problem solving. Practical application of theoretical knowledge is crucial in ERQs. Students should be able to apply their understanding to real-world scenarios, demonstrating the relevance and applicability of their knowledge. Clear and coherent communication is essential in ERQs. Students should articulate their ideas clearly, using appropriate terminology and structure to convey their understanding effectively. ERQs often require students to delve in complex issues and provide insightful analysis. It is important to demonstrate the ability to explore different viewpoints and offer well-supported conclusion. Students should be able to synthesize information from various sources, integrating ideas to develop a comprehensive and well-rounded argument in their responses. Providing evidence, examples, or data to support arguments is key in ERQs. Students should justify their reasoning with sound rationale and logical explanations. It's essential to maintain relevance and focus in ERQ, addressing the question prompt directly and avoiding tangents or irrelevant information. Responses should be presented in a clear, organised and coherent manner, with logical structure that facilitates understanding for the reader. And finally, proficiency in written communication skills, including grammar, spelling, punctuation, and overall presentation, is well received by the examiner. By meeting these expectations, students can excel in ERQs and demonstrate their comprehensive understanding and analytical abilities effectively. So what are the key takeaways for mastering ERQs? ERQs are a gateway to deeper understanding and critical thinking, requiring analysis, evaluation, and synthesis of information across various types of questions. Grasping AOs and the role of QWC is vital for achieving top marks in ERQs. Effective answering of ERQ demands strategic thinking, application of knowledge, and clear communication. Tips and techniques will empower students to navigate ERQs with confidence. Marking criteria provide a framework for assessing ERQ responses, ensuring fairness and consistency in evaluation. Understanding the Chief Examiner's expectations aids students in meeting and exceeding assessment criteria, leading to higher performance. And theory meets practical practice. Explore example ERQs, apply student knowledge and honing skills in real-world scenarios. So finally, your feedback on this recording is invaluable. Please take a moment to scan the QR code and share your thoughts. Your input helps us to improve and tailor future content to better meet your needs. Thank you for your time and contribution. Thank you for watching, and I hope this has unlocked the secrets of mastering ERQs and will support elevating student performance in the T-level science exams.